Lawmakers back at work in Lansing. They're still trying to come up with a long-term solution to fix our crumbling roads.
Yeah, for the first time since the debate started, House Democrats have announced their plan for fixing the roads. And here's a quick look at it, and it's kind of vague. Plan aims to raise $1.2 billion for repairs. Now, $113 million of that would come from registration reforms and some loophole closures. The other $955 million, a pretty big chunk, would come from Michigan businesses, although it's not clear exactly how.
Yeah, the House Republican plan is significantly different. It raises the state tax on diesel fuel to 19 cents a gallon, bringing it in line with the regular fuel tax in the state. In addition to that, the House plan raises registration fees for people who drive electric and hybrid cars, and it eliminates the earned income tax credit for working poor families.
All right, joining to talk about this now, Republican State Senator Rick Jones, Democratic State Senator Coleman Young II. Thank you both for being here. First of all, Senator Jones, does this Democratic plan that we heard from the House today, first of all, have a chance of passing the House? And if it does, will it ever get through the Senate?
It has no hope of passing the House. It certainly won't get through the Senate. Why would we put more taxes on the companies that are bringing us jobs? Our unemployment is finally going down. The state is on the upswing. We need those jobs.
Senator Young, before we get to you, because I did hear you chuckle there, and I know I want to hear your response, but before
That's
we
what
do,
happens when I laugh at jokes. Go ahead.
Just one second. I want to ask Rick Jones, Republican State Senator Rick Jones, just one more question about that. We heard Representative Cotter say today that he thought that the Democratic plan, this was before it was announced, but kind of thought that it would be just politics, that it's awfully late in coming after the House has already passed a plan. Your thoughts on that?
Well, it's always easy to say, let's fix the roads with somebody else's money. Let's have those other people pay for the roads. That's not practical. We need a user fee. Basically, the people that use the roads pay for it.
All right, Senator Young, here's your chance right now. What do you think of the House plan announced today and the reaction that we've heard from the Republicans?
First of all, Steve and Joanne, you look beautiful.
Oh,
you guys look like models, man. I just had to say that out there. You guys look gorgeous. Secondly, let me just say, I think that this is a good plan. I mean, I think that the House Democrat plan, that is, I think it's a great plan. I think it's sensible. I think it not only deals with the issue in terms of roads, but also deals with income inequality, which is a huge issue, not just in Michigan, but nationally. And I think it's kind of funny that Senator Jones talks about, we want to tax businesses, but yet he passed the plan to tax the people, and not only tax the people, but defund the government. I mean, if you look at the plan, that garbage that the Senate Republicans passed, basically what it says in there is that if revenues do not go above inflation, that the cost it would take to buy the tools or whatever, buy the equipment necessary in order to fix the roads, or the means necessary to fix the roads, then gasoline tax and income tax would go down, would be reduced. It could practically be reduced to zero. So in other words, we can have a rate of 0 for income tax and a rate of 0 for gas tax. How are we going to fund the government? I mean, that is I Am Legend, the Book of Eli, Mad Max, and the Thunderdome border type anarchy in terms of our economy, and that's what they passed. How irresponsible and ridiculous is that? I have not been let down this badly for this much anticipation since Seinfeld went off the air. It's an embarrassment.
Here's the thing. Everyone in the state agrees the roads need to be fixed, and it still seems like both the Senate Republicans, House Republicans, Democrats, everyone is still so far apart on this. I guess, Senator Jones, to you, how likely are you, give us some sort of timeline, your thoughts on when we will get something passed, and what in your mind do you think it's going to look like?
Are you talking to me? Oh,
no,
sorry.
Senator
Jones.
I'm sorry.
Something passed by this fall. I think we're going to get something passed by this fall. It's tough to get everybody together on one plan, but we're coming up with realistic plans, something that will really work.
Senator Jones, we heard today from Jim Townsend, a Democrat from Royal Oak, who called the Senate plan, your plan, a reverse Robin Hood plan, which Mr. Young has kind of alluded to. You are taking from taxpayers and giving businesses a break. Is that a fair representation of what you guys have done here?
No, absolutely not. It doesn't give any businesses breaks. In fact, what it does is we are paying 19 cents per gallon since 1997 for Michigan roads, and that hasn't gone up since 1997. So it would gradually phase in a little more gas tax, and then it says the first $700 million that comes into the state for the general fund doesn't go into all those different areas of the general fund. The first $700 million would go to fix our roads.
You know, the Republicans were caucusing today, the House Republicans anyways, taking a look at the Senate plan and seeing what they can get the votes on, what part of that, marrying it with their plan. What do you anticipate that we'll see, Senator Jones, from it?
I hope that we will see something by this fall. I would like to say we're going to get it this week, but I don't think it'll be that fast.
And Mr. Young, your thoughts on how soon you guys can get all this resolved, because the House can't even get on the same page, much less with each other as the Senate down the road.
Look, I'm willing to go to the Capitol, get everybody from the House and Senate, lock the doors, and sit in a room and get this done and have a come to Jesus moment and stay there as long as it takes to get this done. The fact of the matter is 38% of our roads are in poor conditions. We got trucks that are flipping over on freeways. You got senior citizens who are hitting potholes at 65 miles an hour that are facing life and death consequences, and God forbid before a bridge or an elevated highway falls to the ground. We just can't have that. And so I'm willing to stay as long as it takes. I wish to say we'd get something done this week, but I don't know. I think bottom line, we should not leave. We should stay there every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, my birthday, your birthday, Easter Sunday, Jesus' birthday, until we get this done.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if that happens, and we all look forward to something passing soon. We thank both of you, Senators Rick Jones and State Senator Coleman Young as well. Thanks
Always a pleasure. Hey, Rick.
Hey, while we're talking